Hey, I gotta play that video, man, where Tracy McGrady was talking trash about me, and I never knew. I found out through YouTube. I'll be there. Yeah, I found out when it was going when I went viral on YouTube. People started playing clips of things, and I saw him say what he said. Out of nowhere, I'm mad about a trade with Kwame Brown and Pau Gasol. I'm like, that's crazy. Yeah. And I'm still mad to this day at the NBA for making the damn trade for Kwame Brown and Pau Gasol. Come on, guys. Reason with me on this. How in the hell you make a trade? And I'm still mad to this day at the NBA for making the damn trade for Kwame Brown and Pau Gasol. Come on, guys. Reason with me on this. How in the hell you make a trade? And I'm and then he goes on to ask, how the hell you make a trade for Kwame Brown and Paul Gasol and all this? This ain't fair and all this other stuff. Just out the blue. Got these white boys snickering and kickering. I'm somewhere chilling, minding my business. I'm not living with regret like this punk. This nigga around here trying to rewrite history and put himself next to Kobe. This fragile knee, fragile back, ahi tuna jelly spine punk that played with Yao Ming and some of the best point guards you can find, and he'll stub his toe and fall out.
This fragile knee, fragile back, ahi tuna jelly spine punk that played with Yao Ming and some of the best point guards you can find, and he'll stub his toe and fall out.
Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, come in, have a seat, and let's give our condolences to Tracy McGrady, also known as T-Mac. Listen, you are about to witness a cook session of the man I once had as the third best shooting guard in NBA history. Alright? My bad. After listening to Kwame Brown, that ranking definitely needs to be adjusted, fam. See, didn't your mother ever tell you, let sleeping dogs lay? Don't poke the bear, don't rattle the hornet's nest? You Negroes need to leave Kwame Brown alone, fam. Currently, Tracy McGrady never got that memo. But this is no ordinary clapback. Damn near everything Kwame said was accurate, in my opinion. He told no lies. Meanwhile, all these other NBA dudes who claim to have love for Kobe and the truth, they out here buck dancing. Alright? Kwame said what these so-called men are scared to say. I love Shaq. Facts. But he's bugging when he co-signs the foolishness. Like KB said, Mac had Yao Ming, who's bigger than Shaq and used to give Shaq fits. And he could never get past the second round. Why is that? And we're supposed to believe he could get a championship if you insert him in Kobe's place? Miss me. Right? And yo, salute to Kwame Brown for keeping it on buck and speaking the truth that these so-called real dudes are scared to do. For allowing, and also for allowing the people to share his content. Alright? Take a listen to some of the things Kwame Brown had to say, and when we come back, I'm gonna share my thoughts. Thanks.
Oh, and all this ain't fair and all this other stuff. Just out the blue. Got these white boys snickering and kickering. I'm somewhere chilling, minding my business. I'm not living with regret like this punk. This nigga around here trying to rewrite history and put himself next to Kobe. This fragile knee, fragile back, ahi tuna jelly spine punk that played with Yao Ming and some of the best point guards you can find, and he'll stub his toe and fall out. Nobody don't want to tell you the truth, Tracy McGrady. You soft. That's why you an old nigga that retired that's living with regret. Don't try to put yourself up next to Kobe. Nigga, I'm living good. Nigga, I'm the landlord. You don't hear me up here talking about, and I got a great argument that I was the number one draft pick, but Michael Jordan came back. That's never happened to a number one draft pick. You, on the other hand, got the keys to a team. They traded I thought Vince Carter was your cousin. They traded Vince Carter for your soft self. You get there, and every other 2 seconds you hurt. So how in the world can you even compare yourself to somebody like Kobe when Kobe can have a damn near a broke shoulder, dang near ankle that he could barely put a shoe on, and Kobe was playing for something bigger than himself, you soft back punk? Nigga, Kobe would have a swole up knee, broken rib, and he gonna play because he playing for his legacy. He playing for that kid in the stand that he wanted to inspire. You ain't never play for that, punk. You ain't never play for that, and that's why you ain't never win. You want to sit up here and snicker and kicker about somebody else like you was somebody great. You was a goddamn naturally God-given talent that didn't work, you punk. And when Kobe got around you, he zapped your energy. He even said it. You were one of the most offensively gifted players he'd ever played against. He even said you gave him problems in one-on-ones. But guess what he said about you? Even he said you were lazy. You would get hurt in workouts. Nobody even touching your soft self. You getting hurt and cramping up and passing out in workouts. But you want to compare yourself to Kobe now that he dead. Why you ain't compare yourself to Kobe while he was alive so he could talk about some of them workouts y'all had where he'll make you quit? Why don't you talk about that? Why don't you talk about when you and Bean used to work out together? You want to call him your brother. That Bean would make you quit, would make you say uncle. And now you want to compare yourself to him now that he can't defend himself. You little crybaby. You want to rewrite history. Well, if I was, imagine Kwame Brown saying that. Well, if I was to trade places with Kenya and went to play with Jason Kidd, where I could use my athleticism and just run and jump and dunk and then post up, I would and not play with Gilbert Arenas, I would have been in a better position. Not play with Michael Jordan. You think I wouldn't have won? You don't get to do that, you crybaby. You not like that. You not in that status. Were you a hell of a player? Yes. Could somebody chuck you in the back and rattle you? Yes. Could they get physical with you and you quit? Yes. You had team after team and chance after chance, and you never stepped up to the plate. So it don't matter if you would have had Shaq. Shaq would have got hurt in the finals, you would have got hurt right behind him. Tell the truth. Soon as Shaq would have got hurt in that finals that Kobe took over, you would have got hurt right behind him. Soon as it was your shining moment, the nigga would have tapped you on the back and you would have fell out like you was dead. They would have had to come get you with a stretcher. You'd have been laying face down on your stomach. You want to sit up here and talk about somebody now you dead, now that they passed away and they deceased. You niggas want to talk. You supposed to be Tracy McGrady. You've never seen a superstar talk like this about another player other than a soft, ahi tuna, jelly belly guy like Tracy McGrady. The NBA is a fraternity. You never seen guys get up here and joke and play about another man's. You know how they say don't kick somebody while they down? They was calling me bust all over the world. So in y'all opinion, in y'all eyes, I was down. When have you ever seen a superstar player in the league talk about a player like this punk? You don't see Kobe doing that. When Kobe spoke about me, he didn't talk like this. This is a punk that ain't never been around me. And if he had been around me, I guarantee you he wouldn't have said no shit like this. Because he would have went up. This lazy-eyed soft punk. Have you lost your mind? Look at your eye, boy. You lazy-eyed punk. Look at that eye over there. That right eye is cocked like a pistol. Boy, ain't nobody worried about you, boy. And see, this is what I don't like. These guys will give you the illusion that this is how they talk to me in public. That's the only thing that I don't like. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here in front like I walk around like I'm some bad fee fi fum guy. No, I don't. I walk around like I'm just a silly big joker. I don't bother nobody, and nobody don't bother me. That's how I walk around. That's the honest truth. But a guy like this see me and act like he don't see me, or he'll speak and get the hell on. This nigga is sitting up in front of these white folks acting like he got a spine, like he'll sit and have a conversation and say something like this to me. Like, that's why I can't stand these niggas. Unprovoked, out of the blue, this is how you talking. And then when I clap back, it's, oh man, you tearing another brother down. But all I hear is you saying some stupid shit and got these white boys snicking and kicking on these television shows. And that's why I came out the way I came out. Niggas like these are clowns to me. Niggas like this are clowns to me. Now, watch what happens for him to prove that he a clown. This just shows that he's a clown. Look at him now. You don't think I could carry the Lakers to a championship? No. Hell no, you can't carry the Lakers to a championship, punk. Look at you. You're a lazy eye and you're soft. You can't carry no goddamn team to no championship. You ain't carrying no team out the second round. I ain't gonna show this on camera. But you ain't carry a team to the second round, but all of a sudden, we gonna talk championship. At least get to the finals. I can see if this took a team to the finals and got close and then just couldn't get over the hump. Nigga, you ain't get close to winning no championship. And nobody don't want to tell you that. Boy, you better hope I don't get on no podcast or no mainstream like you up. Man, I'll make all like you shut up. Soft ass that just sit up here and cry about the past. Get over it. You can tell you just a basketball playing punk. You got all this money and you up here whining about what you didn't do in basketball. Shut up and go buy a skyscraper or something, punk.
God damn. Woo! Yo, stick a fork in him, fam. Yo, Mac got cooked. Sorry. Kobe's workouts made him quit, pass out, cry. Jesus Christ. I had this dude over D-Wade. My bad, y'all. Once again, I lost my mind. D-Wade could make that Kobe count. Why? Because he won a chip with our oldest Shaq. We've seen him carry a team. We saw Wade carry John's King, right? Now listen, I don't think Mac intentionally was trying to reduce Kobe's greatness to elevate his own. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe his ego needed to be fed and it couldn't get out the way. So, remember, watch. Y'all remember when Kobe co-signed Team Mac?
You just mentioned Tracy McGrady. Yeah. He works for us. Magic, you say. You couldn't say enough good things about him.
This dude was unbelievable, man.
How so?
Unbelievable. Because he could do everything. I mean, I think I told him one time, I said, bro, you could do everything I could do on the court, but you were 6'10". Literally everything. I mean, he had no weaknesses, offensively or defensively. And he was a nightmare.
In the playoffs, you guys were playing the Milwaukee Bucks in 1 year. And me and Vanessa went out to lunch and went to a restaurant, and they had TVs in a restaurant. I remember sitting there and watching. I mean, you just were cooking big dog. I mean, just like, I think he called him Puppy Dog, was it?
Puppy Dog.
And I remember sitting in the restaurant watching that and telling V, I said, man, that dude's the real deal. He's made it. I mean, we started out like as youngest together, but I remember feeling like such a sense of joy because of what he was doing. So even though I've never actually told him that, there's a sense of pride. And that's as mushy as I'm going to get. That's the extent of that.
Now that his career is over, Mac's ego wants to be revered like Kobe's. Nah, bro. You just need to relax. And these attacks on Kwame Brown, bruh. Kwame Brown had a very good career fame. Y'all remember Anthony Bennett, Adam Morrison? These were number 1 and first round picks. How long did they last in the league? How long did Kwame last in the league? Exactly. 10, 12, 13 years, something like that. And Yao Ming was a better player than Gasol. Yet Kobe won 2 chips with him. So, Mac, what really happened, fam? Listen, Mac has had a bad 2025 on the microphone, right? Kwame Brown did the One Punch Man on him. Haven't heard from Tracy McGrady since, and it might be best to keep it that way. Fam, get in the comments and turn the furnace all the way up, because I would love to hear your thoughts. On your way out, violate the like button if you enjoyed the content, and if you're feeling the vibes, Go ahead and subscribe and become part of our family. Till the next video, don't be an imposter, be safe, and God bless.